The prosecution and the defense have called their last witness. For the defense, that last witness was Ira Blair Jr. himself. It was just around an hour ago when Washington County deputies arrested 63-year-old Mitchell Rubel. This in the death, the 1981 murder of Lieutenant Ray Joe Clark. Around 5 o'clock when Rubel came to the sheriff's office here on 4th Street for other reasons. Arrested when he walked through the door on the spot. Deputies say they now have enough evidence to prosecute Rubel. John and Brooke, the prosecution hopes to be filing an additional 23 charges. Rubel's bond is still set at $2.5 million.
Danielle, I know you've been following this investigation all day. What do you know?
Well, as you can see, John and Ashley, the West Virginia State Police is still here. The area is still roped off, and they are continuing to investigate tonight. It all started at 1 this afternoon, and it started with a traffic stop. The jury went into deliberations around 1 o'clock today. I've been told they had one 15-minute break, but they are still in there. So they could still be in there for a while and even into the late hours of the evening. And then breaking through this front door, police say 2 of the suspects went inside the store while 1 kept watch outside. Miles says the community needs to be aware because they had to have come through somebody's yard.
Right there, live on the scene of this explosion. Danielle, what do we know at this point?
It's valid. 1 of the 3 points.
Well, Ashley, right now it is contained, and thank you for joining me, Chief Warden. The explosion happened around 9 a.m. this morning. Now, it was inside a metal building behind us. As you can see, this tank and building, it was right beyond that. It happened as they were transferring materials inside that building to a truck, and a fire was a result of that. Now, Chief, tell me what's happening at this point in time.
As of right now, the scene's under control.
In the full forecast in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you, Abby. Breaking news tonight, officials are out searching for a missing elderly woman from Waverly. Now, the only details we know at this time, the woman is 85 years old. Wood County 911 says she was last seen around her residence. Wood County Sheriff's Office and several volunteer fire departments are out looking for her. We will give you the latest details as they come in, and make sure to check our web channel, thenewscenter.tv. Authorities say they continue to see overdoses here in the area, John and Ashley, but they can't give me a number. Even the hospitals say that when the patients come in, it's not recorded as an overdose. I'm here in the pen where officers say they found the sheep along with the dog in deplorable conditions. In the pen with those animals, there were dead sheep, as well as sheep that had been burned right outside the pen. Now, officers say it took them hours to round up all these animals into the stock trailers where they could be cleaned up. From the student pioneer plowers to the big blades of ODOT, ODOT tells me their plan of attack is just like the Super Bowl. And as we plow our way through another storm, the steps, the sidewalk, and the driveway. But remember, the shoveling isn't done until the drain is clear. Danielle Staub, WTAP News, Marietta. 2 hours later, the track has been cleared, and as you can see, Gary's Towing is pulling the semi from out of the building. Now, crews say and witnesses say the truck was crossing over this track, not going very fast, when the train hit it and crushed it in between the storage facility and the train itself. Here to answer all your top wellness questions and tell us about her new retreat here, Dr. Casas, thank you so much for joining me today.
Good morning, Danielle. How are you?
After 33 years, the murder case of a Washington County Sheriff's Office lieutenant finally sends a suspect to court.
Yes, he has been a suspect, but there have been other suspects also. And we, the cold case squad, went through the process of eliminating everyone else.
The 1981 murder of Lieutenant Ray Joe Clark sent fear through the community. A sheriff's lieutenant shot in his home through his own kitchen window, and years later, still no answers.
We hope that Joe's family will, be able to rest a little bit easier, knowing that we have finally arrested and we have indicted a person for the murder.
Now, Mitchell Rubel is behind bars and indicted with aggravated murder in Clark's death.
We believed very strongly that Mitch Rubel was a shooter.
Authorities say the motive was revenge. Clark fired Rubel from the sheriff's office about 2 years prior.
He had taken an individual and had physically assaulted this person while in cuffs.
And now they have a witness under police protection that gave them enough evidence to prosecute.
Decided to cooperate with law enforcement, and he at that point was able to give us an account of what would have occurred.
And the search warrant in Rubel's home leads authorities to call the bomb squad, finding weapons, ammunition, and explosives, some of which had to be detonated. The court setting Rubel's bond at $2.5 million. Danielle Staub, WTAP News, Washington County.
And while the legal battle is far from over in this case, the arrest somewhat gives law enforcement and Lieutenant Clark's family some closure after 33 years. Now,
a Patriot physics teacher's Facebook post goes viral, creating an avalanche of both anger and support on social media. The Wood County School Board suspended David Foggin a total of 4 days. As a result, whether that is going to paid or not be paid is still under evaluation. Good evening, I'm Brooke Thibodeau. Talking with those supporting Foggin and those upset about his actions, Danielle Staub has both sides of the story tonight.
It doesn't make sense. I stand with Foggin, like, all the way. I think it's stupid what they're doing.
A Facebook post and then a suspension of Parkersburg South High School teacher David Foggin, creating a social media firestorm.
Yeah, he talked to his friends about it, but social media where he knows it's going to blow up, he shouldn't be posting it on.
A group of student supporters have turned to Twitter, hashtag Team Foggin or hashtag Free Foggin, supporting the well-liked teacher.
You know, I support him like that because I want him back in class.
Parkersburg South GSA advisor says whatever Foggin's intentions were with the post, the reaction has been worse.
There's a group of kids who feel as though they need to defend Mr. Foggin. And so they're making threats to some of the other students who are perceived homosexuals.
Supportive students wearing flower headbands and even making t-shirts.
Some of the GSA kids don't feel all that comfortable in school right now.
I mean, it started because of him, so if people get bullied more than what it already is, he should do something about it.
However, one former gay student is very supportive and says Mr. Foggin was a great teacher. People loved him, went to him for advice, no matter their sexual orientation.
He's the nicest person ever. He jokes around all the time. He's very funny and fun-loving. I mean, honestly, when I saw the post, it didn't offend me at all.
With this one Facebook post dividing a school here at Parkersburg South, supportive students say they love Mr. Foggin. They want him back in the classroom and they want to get back to learning.
I hate doing book work all week with a substitute, when I can have Mr. Foggin in there. Just bring Foggin back. We miss him.
Declining an interview, Wood County Superintendent Dr. Patrick Law says the case is under investigation. Once that is through, they will decide what steps are appropriate. Danielle Staub, WTAP News, Parkersburg. He's got that pioneer spirit, and he never stops smiling. Do you like your new name? Putnam the Pio made his big debut last weekend as the new and improved mascot for Marietta College.
He's fabulous. I think he really captures the pioneering spirit that founded this city and that we continue at the college. He's perfect. He's a perfect symbol of us.
After months of planning, voting, and input from alumni, students, faculty, and staff, his name was chosen, along with a custom-made outfit and head.
They have a vow of silence, so Putnam can't speak, and we're trying to keep the wares of the mascot a complete secret.
It's the face, though, that has some students a little shocked.
He's very enthusiastic, and he's kind of scary.
I think it is the creepiest thing that I've seen thus far. Somebody should have checked that out before they went and bought that.
Do you think that you look a little funny? No, you don't think you look funny? Putnam, your eyes are very big. Now, are you very excited? All the time. Putnam says he loves to work out, enjoys a nice basketball session, and hey, he even cleans up in Gilman. And you can't forget about personal hygiene. How are those eyebrows? Do you cut them with scissors? Oh, choppers. Like tree trimmers? You shave all the time? Oh, okay. Shave every day. You shave every day? 4 times a day. Putnam says the little kids love him. Well, some of them. What about the big kids? What about the students? They run to you? They just sit down? Aww. Still looking for friends, Putnam says he is sure they will come with time. Do you have friends at the sporting events? That's not good. Putnam, do you think that you're going to make friends? He may not have any friends right now, but he hopes to be a good luck charm for the Pioneers as they head into postseason play. Danielle Staub, WTAP News, Marietta.